Alright, welcome back. Race number 3 of the season. Joined back up in the booth with Will. How's it going?
Hello. It's going good. It's going good.
We have Devin Schillenberg on the top of the charts at the moment here. Who do you think is going to be able to get the win here tonight at Southern National?
Tonight, obviously that 911 car there, it's looking pretty good on time. But Hacker's there second behind, and we've seen him have all that power recently. I'm still gonna go Brian Hacker.
Brian Hacker has shown some speed in the past few weeks, and I think he's a solid choice as well. But I think the man to beat tonight is going to be the 09 of SM Johnson, who's just coming back out on track. He's driving the 09 tonight. We have a lot of newer drivers here tonight. A lot of names that I do not recognize. Johnson being one of them. Jonathan Finley. Al Smith, he raced last week. Forrest Scott, I don't think he raced yet. Chris Sawyer, Joseph Atchison, and David White. David White might have raced last week. Did he?
I am not sure.
Well, I think we have another 120 lap race here tonight. Might be 125. Oh man, I just had it up. I can't remember exactly. Off the top of my head. It's 100. So it's a bit shorter than the other races.
Yeah, but in the end, it's still a pretty good track. Pretty iconic track, and it seems like we're getting very, very fast racing out of it.
Yeah. We'll see how many drivers are showing up here tonight. So far, we've 19 registered, so we might see a few more within the last 10 minutes or so, but you never know.
You never know, exactly, but we're getting close to the end of practice here. We've got under 10 minutes left. I'd still expect a few people to crawl in here, but I think we've definitely got our lead set up.
And we got 19 in here. As mentioned before, 100 laps of racing with heats. This is the smallest field we've had all season so far. So I think we'll still probably have 3 heats. That'll be roughly 9 per heat still. 9 divided by 3 is 8, or 18 divided by 3 is 9, so I don't know, math, I guess.
Math.
Yeah. Super math.
Sure. Look at Mike Kelly, though. He's a little bit farther back in time than he has been on the other races. The other races, he's been pretty close up there to the top, but he's running, what is that, 6th, 7th place currently on the practice board?
Currently 8, but the top 8 are all within a tenth of each other on time, so keep that in mind.
Oh, exactly, no, but I'm just saying, it seems he's not where he normally be. And I've been seeing some people who've been trying to run that outside lane in the turn. I wonder if this is going to be the track where we really can get that outside lane going.
Maybe. We'll have to see what it's looking like. But I'm not really expecting much from this race. These cars honestly get pretty tight early on, from what I recall from racing these. So we'll see how these drivers fare with it after 100 laps on the same set of tires. Remember, these guys get no more tires.
Oh no, it's just one set.
Yep. So next week we are heading to New Smyrna Speedway, and then Irwindale, Stafford, Langley, and Thompson. Those are the opening 8 races, and we have an off week in between Thompson and Five Flags. So far we've had 2 different winners. Do you think we'll see a third?
looking at the times we're putting right now, I definitely feel like seeing how many different people are up here that we haven't seen before. I'd expect another new winner.
I honestly would too. Whether it be Brian Hacker, Devin Schillenberg, SM Johnson, top three fastest in practice as of right now. Or we could even see Mike Kelly get his first win of the season.
We could.
Let's take a look at the points here while they are finishing up practice. 2 races in, Justin Fuller takes the points lead with Brian Hacker and Brian Macklin all tied for first. Jesus. There's a 3-way tie for
That's
points lead
crazy.
right now. And then Jimmy Coleman is in 4th, and then Mike Kelly 5th with 1 top 10. Hopefully he gets his second here tonight. And I do not see Jimmy Coleman in the session so far. We'll see what happens here. I don't know. I don't see
Who are
him.
you for?
Jimmy Coleman.
I thought I saw him.
Don't think he's in here.
No, I guess I didn't see him. I guess I'm seeing things. But
Yes,
another
so.
driver to look at right now is Chuck Sweeting, right in front of Mike Kelly for that 7th position in the practice.
He's had some good. He was running good at Myrtle Beach last week. Started 3rd, and I think he won his heat, didn't he?
I think he did.
Yeah, he had to. If he started 3rd, he would have won the last heat. Finished inside the top 10 in his first start of the season, so. Whoa. Spinning goes to 57. I would expect him to do good this season. So keep
I'd
an
like
eye
to
on
see
that
everyone do
57.
good this season.
Yeah,
We've got
but
the 11 here trying to figure out how to run that outside lane. Seems like he's only trying to run it in 3 and 4. I wonder if it's going to be a scenario if 3 and 4 is going to have a powerful outside, because that's where he seems to be wanting to run it.
see what kind of lap time he set
Oh,
there. About half a second off.
oh,
And
and he
around it
spun.
goes. Doug Sigmund, biggest mover in points, up 9 spots from last week. And Falkingham, biggest loser from last week, minus 13, but he didn't race. Alright, so we got a 3-way tie for the points right now. Will, who do you think is going to have the points lead after Southern National? And obviously Justin Fuller, not racing tonight. So it's going to be down between the 11 and 30.
I'm going to put my bet on the 30. Seeing how he did at Myrtle Beach, there's an opportunity here that he could definitely do well and perform.
Yeah. Don't see Macklin in any of the chats, but I do see Brian Hacker. So let's go ahead and drag him in here, see if we can get a word with him. Hey Brian, this is Sean and Will up in the booth with VRN. You got us?
Maybe.
Hey Brian, this is Sean and Will with VRN up in the booth. You got us? I heard a laugh.
I heard a laugh. He's
Yeah.
laughing at us.
Probably.
I know we're funny, but
We're not that funny. Alright.
that's mean.
We'll try to talk
Well,
to
failed.
someone here. Oh, Mike Kelly's always fun to talk to. Let's see what he's up to. Hey Mike, Sean and Will up in the booth with VRN. You got us?
Man, no one wants to listen to us today.
I gotcha. Hello.
Oh,
Ah,
hi.
there we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Well, currently, your 8th fastest and top 8 are all within a tenth of each other. So, how are you expecting tonight to go?
I'm not too sure yet. Not too fast. Can't find where these guys are getting the speed. I was actually just going to watch Devin's lap and see what it looked like. But looks like it's going to be a pretty good race. There's two or three good grooves on this track, so possibly going to see some side by side action, maybe a little beating and banging. I'm not sure what to think. I've never really raced here before, maybe once, but don't know what to expect.
So, Mike, um, obviously you said you haven't raced much at this track, but I've seen some drivers trying to get that outside line to work. Have you tried it, and have you noticed anything yet with that outside line? Because we haven't ran at a track that's really had a dominant outside line yet.
Yeah, it's good. I wouldn't call it dominant. Me and Scotty ran side by side for about 5 laps as hard as we could, and we stayed almost dead even the whole time. So, going to be hard to pass. Probably going to be some good side by side racing, I think.
Do you
All right,
think?
well, Sean.
Do you think we'll see people using the bumper?
What do you think?
Probably. It's short track racing.
We'll see.
All right. Well, good luck here tonight.
Thanks, guys. Have a good broadcast.
You too.
Thank you.
Well, have a good race, not have a good broadcast. Anyways, it is time for qualifying, and this guy is gonna get the pole. There we go. This guy is gonna get the pole.
Huh?
I don't know. I just kind of picked a random driver, and I have faith in the
Just last
22
place.
car. Chris Sawyer, number 10 machine. Currently, Al Smith has the fastest lap, 14.18.
That's a pretty good lap time right there. Wow.
What?
That came out of left field. 14.17.
2 laps in for him. SM Johnson had one of the fastest laps during practice. Where will he finish? Here in qualifying, first lap down.
Second.
Top of the charts, 14 flat. Or no, Finley just beat him with a 14 flat,
Yeah.
sorry. Jonathan Finley, fastest in qualifying so far. Devin Schillenberg had the fastest overall lap. And I think he was the only driver to hit the 13s in practice, right?
Was it SM that got the 13s? Wait.
I don't know.
No, it was Devin. Yeah, Devin was the only one to get 13s.
Devin went 14.02 on his first lap. Second lap, not going to be faster. John Fowler out to qualify now. His 48 Race City Sports memorabilia. And first lap in the bag. What's it going to be? 9th. Not bad.
41 of the 41 driven by EJ O'Rourke.
On the top side, trying to get
lap.
some momentum. By the looks of things, Macklin third fastest on his first lap. And not going to run a second lap, and it looks like EJ O'Rourke 10th on his second lap. Brian Hacker now coming out. Let's see what he can do in his number 11 car. Lap 1 is green. I still cannot get over how awesome that paint scheme looks.
On what? Which car?
The 11.
Oh yeah, the 11s is really good.
4th quick for Brian Hacker. That is going to end his qualifying run. Daniel Falkingham has arrived. We all know he has pretty good speed. He's going to separate the Bryans. Slide into 4th. And that's everyone. Minus 2 cars. 2 cars have yet to
Chuck
qualify.
Sweeting and Randy Yoakum.
Yep. And we have just about a minute left of qualifying, so they can still get their lap times in, but at this point, highly doubt they will. So, with this in mind, Jonathan Finley, Devin Schillenberg, and Brian Macklin will lead their heat races to the green flag. So heat race 1 lineup will be Finley, Falkingham, Kelly, Scott, Fowler, Mustaine, and Atchison, I do believe. That'll be Schillenberg, Hacker, Scott, Simley, Sawyer, Sigmund? I don't know. I'm trying. But I think that's right for the
I'd
most
just
part.
wait till the game does it for us.
That's probably a better idea. But here we go. Qualifying has concluded. Heat 1 will get underway here shortly. 12 laps the distance, I do believe. It'll be 12 or 11. And I was right for the first heat. Jonathan Finley, Daniel Falkingham, Mike Kelly, Forrest Scott, John Fowler, John Mustaine, and Joseph Atchison will kick off the racing action here at Southern National Speedway.
I'm ready. These heat races have been very exciting for the first 2 races. I really do wonder how it's going to go here.
Yeah, we saw last week even how much guys were pushing,
Oh, yeah.
trying to get just that one extra spot. It was the difference between starting top 3 or top 10.
It seems these drivers want to rely a lot on their qualifying position, and doing good in the heat races is where you get that qualifying position. So they will push to get that position.
I mean, if you're not going to pit, how else are you going to get the track position, you know?
Exactly.
Got to get it somehow, so let's see what guys are
So,
willing to do in the heat races. 7 cars, 10 laps the distance. Next heat will probably have 6 cars, and then the third heat will have 6 as well. 1 to green. Use your pick to win heat race number 1.
I'm going to put it on the 17. He's already got that first spot. He had a really good qualifying time. I feel like the 17's definitely got the opportunity here to take the win for Heat 1.
I'm going to go with Mike Kelly, second car on the inside. Kind of struggled in practice, but I think he has enough speed to get there. Pace car's off, and green flag is out. But Daniel Falkingham, he does have a chance of getting this. We saw both lanes are pretty even for the most part.
Yeah, that's kind of what Mike Kelly told us.
It's kind of what we're seeing already, but Falkingham able to almost pull away a little bit of contact.
He made that
maybe
middle
on
line
4.
work.
Question is, when and will he be able to clear him? And the 33 inside of Kelly back here for third.
Mike Kelly seemed to brake check when he got on that backstretch earlier, and I think that's what got him closer to that 33 there, so that they're running like that.
And Falkingham.
Ooh, watch out here.
Not diving into the inside. Trying to get around the 17 to start first. I don't know how this race is going to play out.
I don't know either, because you've got like the 17 and the 39. They're racing really hard right now. Then you got the 2 and the 33 back there. They're racing really hard.
Mike Kelly trying to hold on to a 9th place start, I want to say.
Somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah, 8th or 9th. Meanwhile, Jonathan Finley still leads the way with 4 to go in heat race number 1, running that Davey Allison inspired Haviline Ford. Daniel Falkingham right on his tail, so a slight mishap for the 17 could lead the 39 to bring the field to green later on tonight.
This is already looking like a pretty good race. I feel like a lot of the drivers understand this track and they know what they can do with it because they're pushing it already. I'm very excited for the main feature.
I like to think of Southern National as a slightly scaled down Bristol in a way.
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
White flag in the air for Jonathan Finley, making his Sim500 debut.
Oh,
Coffee
39
ham
in
in
the
the
wall.
wall. Trying to push a little too hard, but Finley will lead the field to green in the main event.
Oh, wait, the 39 spun before the line.
Still finished second, though.
Okay, so he did it right after the line, but man,
Still
that's not
spun.
what you want to see. Yeah, exactly. He tried to push a little bit too hard there.
Yeah. All right. Heat race number 2 lineup is Schillenberg, Hacker, Jerry Scott, Scott Simley, Chris Sawyer, Doug Sigmund, and Chuck Sweeting. I wonder if they'll be able to get this outside lane to work this time around. Falkenham was almost able to do it, but not quite. Did Brian Hacker make it do?
I think this is going to be a pretty. This is probably going to be the heat right here. You've got Hacker, then you've got Devin. Not going to try to
Yeah.
pronounce my last name. I
Both.
think this is going to be pretty nuts.
I think this is going to be the most exciting heat race of the night. Mainly
Definitely.
because these two are like the top 3 fastest during practice. So we'll see what happens. Going green this time. Pascar going to pull off once we get to turns 3 and 4. But Devin Schillenberg and Brian Hacker gonna lead the field to green. 10 laps the distance. Green flag is out and away we go.
Ooh.
Not a good start for the 11 though. Could he clear the 42? He does.
He will.
Holds on to second for now.
Oh, 42 and 12. They almost had an incident there.
911 gonna probably pull away. We'll see what happens. 12 car trying to push around. 42.
That 11's
Jerry
got a
Scott
run
bumper
there.
to the 42. What a move by Scott Simley to get third. And we all know 42 is going to remember that one.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we already talked about what will drivers do to win these heat races. Oh,
and
the
I think
12 is
there it
around.
is. He saves it for the most part. He's going to get it back going.
Oh, man.
That can only mean one thing. One thing only.
12 and 42 are going to have a thing going on now.
Yep, just like the... Oh my god, it's just the same rivalry, just one digit plus to each. 11 and 41,
geez.
12 and 42. That's...
Didn't even notice that. That's weird. That's strange.
It's kind of creepy. I don't like that. Ryan Hacker just ran the fastest lap of the race.
That also means, though, when it comes to these rivalries, I mean, we've got the 41 and the 11, and now we've got the 12 and the 42, and they are all here.
Yeah.
This is going to be a crazy race.
We heard that Brian Hacker, he didn't want to try to escalate it any further. So, I mean, if anything does happen, we'll see. We'll see how both situations pan out here. Speaking of panning out, Simley's back around the 3 cars that were in front of him as he tries to reel in the 42 again.
I'll tell you, you get that adrenaline rush after someone messes with you and you want to get back up to them and you will push to get up there. I mean, look, he is making great time.
He's running about 2/10 faster than him in lap times. Look at how loose he's getting, but he's also allowing Chuck Sweeting to gain on him.
Oh, there we go.
White flag, or checkered flag is in the air, sorry.
All right, so the 911 won with Brian Hacker in second.
So it's going to be Brian Macklin, SM Johnson, Al Smith Jr., EJ O'Rourke, Bruce Pearson, David White, and Randy Yoakum. The lineup for the third and final heat race. And I know
I'm
we've said the O9 or the outside lane might work, but I think the O9 has it.
you know what? I'm gonna counter that, and I'm gonna say 030 definitely has. We've seen him do great at some other at like Myrtle Beach, I believe it is where he won. I mean, I think South Boston he could definitely get it here.
We shall see what happens. He has the O30 has 2 heat wins under his belt and 1 race win so far this season. So we'll see what else he can do. Should be rolling here soon. Looks like we're waiting on the 23 of David White. Not anymore.
Seems David White has been having some connection issues.
Not good.
No, not at all.
Alright, well, let's see what happens here on the start. I feel like if you want to make the outside lane work, you have to get a good initial start,
Exactly.
or else it's not going to work at all.
If you wheel spin even the slightest, you're done. You're not going to get that outside lane to work, and you're going to have to hope that you can get down on that inside
Yeah.
lane.
Yeah. There,
I
cross
mean,
your
the pressure's
fingers.
on for that 09. Pressure is 100%
Oh
on
yeah,
here. He
big time.
knows.
And he also has an aggressive driver behind him as well.
Exactly. I mean,
EJ will do
I would hate to
anything
be 09.
to start third. Green flag is out. And a great jump for the 09, actually. I don't think
Did
either of
well
us
there.
expected that. Oh,
Oh, he got
wiggle.
loose there.
41's going to stay behind the 95. Spinning in
Oh,
the back,
22's around.
22's around. Bruce Pearson. Didn't collect anyone, just him.
I don't believe so. I think the 8 did have something to do with that, though. 09's fallen back. He's on the door of EJ York. Yeah, 09's fallen back. He's not doing well on time
Oh,
currently.
around goes the 95 in front of the field. No one's involved. He might have tapped the inside wall. Might have hit it. Just the slightest, though.
Did he just spin out and lose grip?
Spun out on exit. Got on the throttle too fast, I'm guessing. But right now, it's going to be Brian Macklin at the helm, taking control of this one. But EJ Rourke is closing and closing fast. Setting a lot faster lap times than him, about a 10th per lap. EJ Rourke has set the fastest session lap 3 laps in a row now.
We all know what EJ O'Rourke is capable of, and I'm sure the 030 knows that as well, and the 030 is just hoping to run the laps down and that he does not catch up to him.
4 to go. Gap is about 0.4 of a second. He pulled away that lap. He ran about half a tenth faster. Around goes the 41. Around. That's 2 cars that is now spun in front of the 09. He's going to move up to second.
I wonder if we're going to see that happen during the race.
Maybe,
but...
You
think we're going to...
I don't think so. I don't think people are going to be pushing this hard during the race when we got 100 laps versus 10, you know?
True, yes. I was just more concerned about some people they push it just a tiny bit too hard and it just, sends them around.
We'll say Brian Macklin out of turn 4, heat race win number 3. He's going to drift into 1, back it up into the fence. Good job by Macklin.
Shipped into first.
All-time wins leader right now, as it stands currently. Now it's time for the big race. Main event. 21 cars start. And we're going to have a 1-minute warm-up, and we're going to take a break while they do this. It's go time. 100 laps the distance. 21 cars starting. Who will become, or not who will become, but who will be the next Sim500 Race City Sports Memorabilia Super Late Model Series winner? Could we have another repeating winner or another first-time winner? I think we'll see another first-time winner of the season.
I can agree with that 100%.
All right, well, let's take a look at your starting lineup for tonight's event. On your front row, we have Jonathan Finley in the 17 and Devin Schillenberg in the 911.
On your second row, you got Brian Macklin in the 030 and Daniel Fockingham in the 39.
And then we got Brian Hacker in the 11 and SM Johnson starting 6th.
Then you've got Mike Kelly in the 2, Jerry Scott in the 42.
Randy Yoakum starting 9th and rounding out your top 10, Forrest Scott in the 33.
You've got Scott Simley in the 12 with EJ O'Rourke in the 41.
And then John Fowler in the 48 and Chuck Sweeting 57.
You've got Bruce Pearson in the 22 with John Mustaine Jr. in the 35.
Chris Sawyer 17th, Al Smith 18th.
Joseph Atchison in the 88 with Doug Sigmund in the 04 and David White in the 23.
Rounding out the field. I don't know if the 23 gridded or not, but I don't believe he did. No, he is off the track still.
Alrighty.
Pace car gonna be pulling off this time here, boys. Who's it gonna be getting the win tonight? Green flag is out. 100 lap feature is underway here at Southern National.
Oh man, that 17's got a little bit of a run, but he braked a little bit earlier than that 911.
Trying to get a run on the outside. It is not working for him.
Oh,
At this
23.
Point, I would just lift and get in the line. I think that's what he just did.
Oh man, they are getting close here in this top 4.
That's how.
Oh, hey, 23 into the water barrels at the entry of pit lane.
23 is 3 laps down, so yeah, I do believe he is having some issues. Jonathan Finley, fastest lap of the session. Top 6 are all on a breakaway right now.
I think that 11's just getting a tiny bit loose. When he was braking behind that 030, he kind of slid around a little bit. Oh, he's trying to get to that inside. Didn't have the run, but I'd guess it would be this turn. Or even next turn, maybe. I guess I don't know what I'm talking about.
The Bryans going at it for 4th. Oh, wiggle from the 030. He's going to give the inside to the 11. Not quite able to get there, though.
I think Mike Kelly back there, he's getting a little bit annoyed because he just seems to be faster than both of them. I'm pretty sure that 030's holding them up.
We saw this last week, too. Everyone seemed to kind of like stack up behind that FedEx Ground Toyota, wiggle from the 11 on board.
Yellow is out.
Looks like the 08 car has spun on the front stretch. Or 88 car, sorry. Spun on the back stretch. Let's take a look and see what happened. Apparently Brian Hacker crashed. Which doesn't sound right.
No, I don't think he did. No, he seems fine.
Here's the 8 car. Randy Yoakum, apparently he was involved with something. Looks like he got loose and hit the barrels, but what happened that the 88 spun? Is this are those 2 separate incidents? I think they were. This is the 88 incident that brought out the first yellow. Oh, it looks like he got loose and got a little bit of help from the
Is
04.
that what I saw? No, I thought it was the 23 that hit the barrels.
The 8 hit the barrels.
Huh, strange.
I guess so.
I saw someone in the barrels. I don't know why it took that long.
I don't think the caution ever came out for Randy Gokum hitting the barrels. But it did come out for the 88 spinning on the backstretch.
I think this restart's going to be something crazy, though. 23 on the backstretch in the inside wall.
Oh dear. Not a good night for that 23 crew.
No, it is not.
So they're going to be lining up side by side again. Does this give the 2 an advantage in any way, do you think?
Being on the outside, I could see it, but I think I'd be more looking at the 11 here because the 11's going to be able to get around that 030 if that 030 has been clogging everything up.
We'll see. Green flag is out. Not a good start for the 11.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, a little bit of contact between
Man.
two-time champion Mike Kelly. Oh, man. Finley trying to pull away. He has shown some great speed here. And Brian Macklin clear of Falkingham for third.
Oh, they're getting stacked up here in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got EJ O'Rourke spinning around.
Oh, that's not good. That is not good at all.
Oh, the 11 almost got the 2 as well.
Oh, dear.
I was just about to bring up that EJ O'Rourke was getting close to the 11 again, but then we ended up with him spinning right as I was saying that.
Oh, no.
What
Hopefully,
are you knowing?
nothing happens between the 09 and the 41 now. But after that,
I'm sure something will happen.
oh yeah, I don't doubt that. Looks like 2 cars are stuck a lap down in front of the leaders.
Looks like it.
EJ O'Rourke gonna be lining up behind the 09.
This is going to be interesting. This is probably going to be the thing we want to watch.
Oh yeah, top 3, top 4 even haven't changed since the start of the race. Ryan Hacker down 1 spot from where he started. I think he'll be able to recover though. So right now, Macklin has the points lead over Brian Hacker.
All right.
But I mean, technically, in my opinion,
I mean, anything.
in my opinion, he's had it though, because I mean they've been tied for the since last week. But I mean, Hacker had it after the first week, or Macklin had it after the first week. Sorry. So
Yeah, but I mean, we still got like 80 laps. I mean,
yeah, we still
they're
have over
gonna.
half the race.
Yeah, points could change. You know, Macklin could spend. Did the lap cars just?
Wave around.
Oh, I thought they just hit each other.
Wait, did they?
Maybe.
They should be waved around. Maybe not.
Yep, they hit each other on the turn.
Huh.
Oh,
All
green's
right.
out.
Green flag is out. Jonathan Finley got a great jump there.
They're stacking up.
Macklin trying to get around the 911 car. Oh boy.
He seems a little tight on that center.
Yeah. 911 able to get a little bit better of a drive off. Maybe not quite though. We'll see another caution here soon. Oh man,
Probably past his
911's.
luck, we won't get one.
He is losing to the 030, but Jonathan Finley has a second lead now.
So we saw.
Over...
Go ahead.
No, you.
So we saw in practice, to actually make that outside line work, you had to be door to door with that other car, and there could be, because as you saw now, that 911 car, he's getting a run there being door to door, but whenever he would get off on the exit, that's where he seems to lose his time.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just too tight or what, but these guys cannot get a drive out of the corners.
Seems like it. It seems like the 11 has an issue with being a little bit loose, but we've noticed that.
Looks like he's clear now.
Oh,
Maybe
the
not
42 is going to
fully.
try to peek.
Not able to. He is now clear of the 2 car, for sure. Finley has led every single lap so far here tonight, and looks to continue his dominance. And this wouldn't be the first time this season that we've seen someone lead every single lap too.
Oh man, big checkup from the 39, stacking everybody up there.
Uh-oh. We know the 911 car, he's fast. And actually, so far, the first 2 races of the season, the pole sitters have gone on to win the race. And lead every single lap. And have the fastest overall lap.
It's seeming to be the same situation currently.
I mean, Jonathan Finley has the fastest lap so far here tonight. He has led every single lap, and he started on pole. So,
Weird how that works out.
I think we now have the new Mike Kelly. If he qualifies second, he'll go on to win the race, sort of deal. That happened last season. But DJ Rory officially going a lap down.
Speaking of Mike Kelly, still sitting there in 5th. It looks like the 911 car and the 2 car have kind of fallen off of the 39 so far. 39's on the bumper of the 030.
I think this is probably going to be one of Mike Kelly's best runs he's had this season. I mean, he had a top 5 at South Boston as well, but I just think that this one's a bit better because I think he has speed to get a top 3.
Well, last week he ended up having that wreck that took him out of the race, but I mean, he's been pretty consistent throughout the other race he ran.
We'll see what happens for the Turn 1 Heroes racing team throughout the course of the night. But I think we are going to go ahead. See how Brian Macklin and Falkingham are doing so far. They're coming up on lap traffic of the number 41 car. Well, looks like they're kind of gaining a little bit on the 17, but not a whole lot.
No.
Last lap, Macklin ran a 10th faster lap time than the 17, and this lap did it again. And Falkingham is running faster lap times than the 30. We're coming up on halfway now, with second and third gaining on your race leader here. So what do you think is going to happen within the next 10 laps or so?
I think I see them gaining a little bit on the 17, but I really do not feel like there's any way that they're going to make any big gains with that 030 there in front of everybody, because as we saw last week, he just seemed to kind of clog up the lane. And this week we're seeing a slight trend of Falkingham being faster, but that 030 is just so good at blocking that it's hard to get around him.
We'll see what happens. Right now, top 3, now they're all kind of running similar lap times. Last lap, the 17 was faster by about 0.2.
41 on the rear bumper of the 11.
Hoping he backs off. Probably
He doesn't
will.
seem to.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's losing. He's losing ground.
But Faulkingham and Macklin, second and third right now, losing now to the 17. This race is going by a lot faster than I thought it would.
Yeah, it's going by real fast.
We'll see what happens next week. Like before, or like mentioned before, racing at New Smyrna Speedway. This should be another fun race. I think it'll be another single lane though. Not 100% sure what Smyrna's like though.
I hope we get some multi-groove racing here soon.
Not that this is boring, but I mean it's not.
No, but
It's not at all.
it's just multi-groove racing just brings in another element and another amount of skill.
Yeah. You gotta know when. It's like dirt racing. You gotta know which lane is fast and when a certain lane will come in.
Plus, not to mention being stable on a lane. Everyone seems to be really good on that inside lane being stable, but it gets way different once you start going higher up the track.
Don't look now, but Macklin gained about 10th and a half on Jonathan Finley last lap.
Seems like he gained a good bit more here. 17's being blocked up by what's going to become lap traffic here.
I think Macklin might be able to capitalize on this here. It's all about who can get through the lap traffic the quickest and the cleanest. Mustang gonna block him on the bottom.
That's not what you want. You don't want lap cars blocking you like that.
I mean, they too are trying to fight to stay on the lead lap, you know?
Oh, of course, but when you're the leader, you don't want that. And it looks like the 17 just tried to move him out of the way.
And I think that is exactly what he just did.
Oh, but
And
35. They're fighting a
be
little
able
bit
to
there.
clear. We're just about over halfway. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to take a quick break. Welcome back to VRN, home of the Sim500 Race City Sports Memorabilia Super Late Model Series. Got a lot of lap traffic coming into play here. I think this is the longest green flag run we've had all season.
I believe so.
A lot of drivers being able to keep it clean this week, and it's good to see.
This is a track that is, well, yes, it's really fun and really fast. It's a little bit easier in my opinion and in my experience.
Yeah. Once everyone got by the 35, I think it's been a lot easier to get through lap traffic. At least in my eyes. We'll see. Al Smith,
We'll see what happens with that 22.
Yeah, Al Smith, biggest mover of the night. Up 10 spots since the start of the night. The gap has pretty much still stayed the same between first and second throughout all of that. And actually, Finley pulled away even a bit. We're over halfway now. Coming up on 25 to go. We're coming up to 30 to go. Al Smith trying to get around the 95 on the outside. Jerry Scott, oh, he's actually making it work.
Yeah, look at that.
Almost cleared him. I think this is the first time we've seen anyone really use the outside lane other than on a restart.
And you've got that 48 there. He's gaining ground. Oh, that 33 is going to block everything up there. Oh, they made contact. That 35 just went down.
42 clear the
Oh,
95.
33 hit the 48. And that caused the 12 to get into the 33.
Big stack up there. Uh-oh. Macklin's really starting to pull in the race leader now. Oh, man. It would suck for him to lose the lead within like 10 laps away to victory. Coming up on 30 to go here soon. Packers it back inside the top 5. Schillenberg fell to
Stack up
6th.
again. 48 seemed to stack everybody up back there with the 12 again.
Seems like there's a lot of stuff going on towards the midfield.
Everywhere.
I think we might see a caution here soon.
Let's also not forget that it looks like the 41 of EJ O'Rourke is starting to get closer to the 09.
This can only go well.
Ooh, 09 almost gives the 12 the bumper there.
Oh, no.
There's a lot happening in this mid-pack.
Gap down to half a second between your race leaders, though. Battle for the lead heating up now with less than 30 to go. If you're the 17, what would you be doing in this position?
I'd be trying to run it consistent and run it clean, and then once he gets there, you block like crazy.
Okay, Joey Liana.
I'm offended.
Gap down to 0.4 of a second. He's getting about 600ths per lap. And right now, what do you think Finley needs to do? Do you think he needs a caution?
I think I don't think that caution is going to help the 17 though, if I'm being honest. I really don't. I think that's going to give 22.
Has ironically come out for the 22 of Bruce Pearson.
I'm concerned though about the 17 on this caution here because it looks like he started losing speed.
He was losing ground pretty quickly.
Yeah. What's going to happen here on this restart? Is he going to start to fall back? Has he worn his tires out?
We'll see. It looks like the 22 got a little bit of help from the 35 there. Got him around. But, I don't know. I mean, the 41 and 09 were very, very close to each other. So I think that almost saves us. But they're going to be even closer on this restart, so we'll see.
We've got two different areas to watch now. We've got the 09 and the 41, and we've got the
battle for the lead.
Yeah.
All right, I'll show the viewers at home the race for the lead if you want to keep an eye on that.
Sure.
Battle back there. If anything happens, I'll switch to them. Gonna be going green with like 20 laps to go. This is only the third caution of the night.
04 with the wave around.
Last week we had 9 cautions, and at South Boston we had 6.
Yeah. Right now, what? Are we on 3?
Yep, this is the third one. Could we see the first lead change of this season, potentially?
Possibly.
Could this break the streak of dominant races? We'll have to wait and find out.
I can definitely see it. This is going to be one where we want to watch. We want to know what's going on.
Here we go. Pace car is about to pull off the speedway. Green flag is out for the 17. Contact, a lot of contact. Bumper rubbing. Oh dear. What a restart. 17 cleared the 30. Macklin trying the outside.
41 and 09 seem to be kind of door to door here. 09 gets into the bumper of the 35. They're 3 wide into turn 1, and they back it down immediately.
17.
Ooh, 35 hits the 09. We've got a spin. Oh, that's going to be a caution. 09, 35 go together. Is that not a caution? Are you kidding me?
No caution yet. No caution yet. 17 pulling away. 18 laps to go here in Southern National. No caution has come out.
They waited way too long on that caution.
Oh, man, that is not what the 17 wanted to see.
Not at all.
I think that's what the 11 car wanted to see.
Oh, I'm sure.
He was running laps faster than the 030, 39, and the 17. Everyone just disappeared on my screen for a second there.
Man.
Man.
And after this, we may... The 09 and the 35, after all of that, may be starting by each other. That's going to be...
35 will be started behind him. For who's going to take the wave around here. Looks like it's going to be EJ O'Rourke who takes the wave around.
Man.
He'll be back on the lead lap. I think he'll be able to get back inside the top 10.
EJ O'Rourke?
Yeah.
I could see it.
Although he has to get through 8 cars to do so within like 15 laps.
I think that's reasonable. If you push it like EJ O'Rourke can.
I think he'll be able to do it. We'll see what happens though. We'll see. That'll put 14 drivers on the lead lap. Now, EJ O'Rourke won't be starting 14th. He'll be starting technically 18th car in line because he has to go to the end of the longest line since he took the wave around. We'll see what happens here on this restart. Hopefully the 17 gets a good jump like he did on the initial start last time. He was able to clear Brian pretty quickly, so he had no chance of fighting on the outside.
I think something that's going to be even more interesting is the fact that we've got the 09, 35, and 41 all by each other for this restart.
Oh dear. I'm going to keep an eye on the race lead. We got coming to green, 12 laps to go. Once they cross the line here, I can't imagine the nerves of the 17 car right now.
Oh, man.
Trying to win his first ever series race. Green flag is out. This time Macklin has a chance on the outside. They door slam out of third two. Third two. I don't know what third two is.
Ooh, 09 gets into the bumper of the 22 there.
More contact between the race leaders. Daniel Falkingham kind of hanging back, seeing what happens between them. More contact. They're wrecking. Around goes the 17 into the outside wall. Falkingham will take the race lead. Caution is out for the 5th time.
Wow.
Daniel Falkingham has never won a race in the Sim500 Super Late Model Series. Could tonight be the night?
This could be Daniel Falkingham's chance. I can't even believe what just happened there. That is crazy.
Falkingham is the king of Sim500, looking for his 115th career win in the Sim500 league. And he has basically won in every single league, or every single series, sorry, except for this one.
Imagine the like, how nervous the 39, 030, and 11 have to be right now. Also imagine how annoyed is that 17 going to be? Like, what's going to happen here on this restart? Is he just going to start just pushing people out of the way to get up to the front, or what?
I doubt that, because the way it looks like the 17 kind of came up into the 030. But, I mean, they were kind of doing that for the past few laps.
Yeah, but in the driver's seat, it may look different. He may think that the 030 cost it. That's where the problem
that
comes
is
in.
true. I mean, if you're leading the race the entire time and then that happens, pretty sure everyone
Yeah.
would think it was the driver beside them that did it. But we'll see what happens.
Yep.
But Brian Hacker, he's starting on the inside this time. And Mike Kelly, he's starting on the outside in fourth.
Oh man,
Could
this is
this
going to be
be
an
Mike
exciting run
Kelly's
at the
night?
front.
We'll have to see. Could Brian Macklin get his 10th career super late model win here tonight? I think he's looking for number 10, if I'm not mistaken. The pace car's going to come off the speedway this time around. Yep, looking for win number 10. Daniel Falkenham looking for win number 115. Pace car is off. Green flag is out. Great jump for the 39. And Mike Kelly in the 2.
Oh, we got 48 around in the rear. Takes the 04. Huge pile up on the backstretch.
No caution yet. No caution yet.
That is nuts. We literally have a car in the middle of the backstretch.
Caution is out now. Kelly did not take away third, but he was close. Very, very close. I don't think we have an overtime attempt. I think we might have one. But I'm not 100% sure. I'm looking right now quick. We have 2 green, white, checkered attempts. So we can have 2 more cautions, basically. This is caution number 6. And this was ultimately a pretty clean race until the end. Yeah. And what did I say? EJ O'Rourke running 10th right now.
Yeah. I wonder how this is going to go.
I don't think you want to know. John Fowler is not going to get the wave around. I think Bruce Pearson is in the 22. Yep.
Guess who's going to be, I think, side by side, Sean? The 42 and the 12.
I don't think anything's going to happen between those two.
I'm just saying, Sean, they're there.
I know.
If anyone remembers, you can't doubt the memory of a racer.
We'll see what happens. But Daniel Falkenham, Brian Macklin, Brian Hacker, Mike Kelly, Devin Schillenberg, your front 5 under this restart, and all 5 of them can still win this race. Heck, even Al Smith Jr. running 6th has a chance of winning this race.
He has a chance, exactly.
We talked about this last race. If you have a chance to win the race, whether it's small or big, you still have a chance to win the race. Should be going 1 to green this time by. Front 4 all looking clean. 911 not so much. Looks like he has a little bit of front end damage there. Right front damage more specifically. Here we go, Will. What could be the final restart, but I don't think we're done quite yet.
I don't think so either.
Overtime here at Southern National. First of 2. Pace car is off. Green flag is out. Wheel spin for the 30.
That's what that 39 wants to see there.
Oh yeah, big time.
No,
Brian
30
Hacker to the
stacking up.
inside.
Oh man, they are stacking up hard here. That 39's got that lead here.
White flag.
Anything goes now. 17 almost spins the 12. 12 goes up in front of the 41. 41 goes behind the 17.
Daniel Falkenham out of turn 4. 115 Sim500 wins here tonight.
Holy cow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
115 wins for the driver of the 39. Brian Macklin, Brian Hacker, Mike Kelly, Devin Schillenberg, Al Smith Jr., biggest mover of the night, Jerry Scott, Jonathan Finley, Scott Simley, and EJ O'Rourke, your top 10.
That's great for Daniel Falkenham right there.
First win in the Super Late Model Series, but he is no rookie to winning. As So he's going to do the good old Polish victory lap inspired by Alan Kowicki. That is awesome.
That really
115
is
wins.
115.
It's a
Wrap that
big
around
number.
your head.
I can't count that high.
I can't even count to 4.
Pretty sure you can't. Have you tried?
No.
Oh, well, okay.
What a race.
That's for sure.
That got crazy near the end.
Let's go ahead and talk with your third place finisher, Brian Hacker. Hey, Brian, Sean, and Will up in the booth with VRN. How's it going?
What's going? How are you guys?
Doing good. You yourself had a pretty great race here tonight. Came home third after battling with this 030 machine for second. How do you think your nice race went here tonight?
It went pretty well. This is more than likely going to be my worst track that we go to all season, so to come away with a podium is pretty good. I feel like we were probably a solid top 5 car. I don't know if we were top 3 car, but at the end, I think we saved enough tires. We were pretty competitive. The problem, this car was really tight. It was tighter than hell, and you really couldn't get it to rotate on the bottom once the tires heated up. So I feel like the top line honestly had an advantage at the end there, and the 39 car kind of proved that by taking the top the last 2 restarts, and he was able to yank us.
Now, Brian, as you somewhat towards the end, the 17 and the 030 got together there and they had their little wreck. What did you think in that moment? Did you think that you had like, oh, this is your perfect shot to get your first win in the Sim500 series? Or was it a thing of you were just hoping that you weren't next?
Hey, I'm just here to survive tonight. I didn't think coming into Southern National that I'd really have a chance to win. So to finish third, I'm happy with it. I guess more than anything now we're gonna try to points race. So we're trying to stay close to the 030 and we're right on him tonight. I think he probably took the points lead by a point or two, and
Yep.
we'll stick it out. And I think we'll get to some of our stronger tracks here later in the schedule, and that's when I think we'll look to compete for wins.
All right, well,
And
Sean.
about the points, he will take you by 1 point. You guys were going in here tonight with a 3-way tie, so next week we're heading to New Smyrna. So how do you feel about that racetrack?
I'm better there than here for sure. It is really tough to get around, guys.